was being dragged across the ocean by a motorboat. And with my mask on, I could see the bottom, the coral and the fish. I was full of peace and hope as I held on to that rope. And I thought, I could live in a world like this. In the 1980s, there were riots on the streets of Miami. More specifically, Overtown, Liberty City, and yes, Coconut Grove. $1 million homes, $1 billion hotels, Porsches and Beamers. You know what I mean. Brunch at the marina, that type of scene. But the riots, they weren't there. They were just a few blocks away. It's still Coconut Grove, but not the Grove. Because no one wants to go to that part of the Grove. I mean, liquor stores, cocaine whores, cars without hubs, the dogs in the streets, the shoes hanging from telephone lines, and dealers dealing drugs. It's 1982. In Coconut Grove, that's where I go to school. It's 60% black, 30% Latino, 10% white. I'm not there to fight, man. I'm playing it cool. I'm no fool. I'm sharing my now-or-laters. I'm on the track team with Rodney, Roosevelt, and Joe. I run the 220, the 880. I'm not fast, but I'm not slow. I'm half Cuban, half Mexican. Those guys thought I was Arabian. It didn't seem to matter then. Until that day in May, when a cop blew a young unarmed black man away. And no one waited for a verdict. No one waited for an arrest. 1 hour later, that place was a mess. They closed off the Grove. They closed all the stores. You can't go there to get your Gucci no more, your Versace or Armani. Forget about that. They're setting cop cars on fire. They want payback. And not just because of what happened, but what happened before and before. They all want to know, how many more? If they don't make noise, who's gonna listen? Who's gonna care, sign the petition? The victim's family doesn't have the kind of money it takes to take a case to high court. It's just another black kid shot down. There's nothing here to report. Oh? Well, let's light some fires, throw some bricks through some glass. You want a new story? We'll get one to you fast. And the beach seemed a long ways away. I was 13, and it felt like a dream when I heard that I didn't have to go to school that day. But I got on that bus. There were only 7 of us. I went anyway. There were 10 or more African American youths just waiting outside that school's front door, their arms crossed over their chests, hammers in their eyes. And I realized this wasn't about economic deprivation. This was about justice. That was their motivation. As we got closer, I took in the scene. There was Roosevelt and others from the track team. And Roosevelt, he was my friend. Why should I be afraid to go to school if these were my friends? But I took each step, barely glancing up. And I heard Roosevelt say, "Hey, Dominique, what's up?" And he had on this smile. And I said, "Roosevelt." And 6 of them came over, just patting me on the back. For the rest of that day, man, you'd have sworn I was black. But I was just trying to be a human being. I was believing in peace and hope. And every day I try to live my life that way. I'm still hanging on to that rope.